Thank you. You know how many times am I on people that they've got to change their photo for the show, and here I am. Here I am, not even doing the right thing. I've got to do it. I've got to do it. So we're changing the profile photo. Hey everyone, welcome to Suited Up. As you can now see from the post, right? Thank you so much for coming by, everyone. My name's Chris Casper. If this is your first time here, this is a weekly interview style show where we bring on influencers, up and comers, people who are making waves on and off of the platform. And we have got a fantastic show for you today. We're going to start off the show with another comedian from the Wild 'N Out cast, Maddie Smith. She's going to talk a little bit about her podcast, some of the things that she's been up to since COVID's happened, because COVID and comedy, obviously just it writes itself. No, it's difficult. Comedians are having to adapt as our many entertainers. So we're going to learn a little bit about Maddie Smith's journey. We've got J Flow, Justin, another DJ maestro coming back on the ones and twos. He's going to let us know about his journey as a performer, how he learned some of his traditional skills as a performer, and maybe we might catch a little of his talent. And we've also got Lisette on the show tonight, a recent top badge. She's here to let us know how life has been. And we're going to play a little game with her called I Bet with Lisette. If you want to know what that's about, I don't know. Lisette doesn't even know what it's about. That's how prepared we are with this, because I like to get the games. I like to get the games in the show. So you can look forward to Lisette as well. If this is your first time here, though, thank you so much for joining. You can hit that star button right at the top to favorite it. We do this every Wednesday at 9. Interview style show. I'm your host, Chris Casper. Congratulations to all the people who got their top badge last week. If you want to know who gets their top badge, you can also join me on Fridays on something called The Rundown. That's from the Talent Team official account. On that show, we go over contest announcements. We go over contest results. We go over top badge announcements. I was going to say we go over Blake Premier. We did one time. That sounds kind of funny. All right. Anyway, big shout out to you for coming to the show. Let's get things started. So our first guest tonight, as I mentioned, stand-up comedian, hilarious, entertainer. You may recognize her from the television, your favorite YouTube channels, but we know her right now is Miss Maddie Smith.
Hey.
What's up, Maddie?
Hey. What the fuck is up?
Oh, hold on. I have no volume on my device. There we go. How's it going?
Hey. What the fuck is up? How are you? Oh my God. I look so good.
You look fantastic. It's like, all right, I need to let people know exactly where I'm from. And you sold it. You did a great job.
I wore my shirt, Wild 'N Out, you know. I just want to let people know I'm not just some fucking slut, you know what I mean?
Maddie, my mom watches this show. I gotta let you know. Okay. All right. It's actually true. My mom does watch this show. Like in my lifetime, I had hoped to give her something to be proud of. And well, yeah. I guess here you go, Mom. This is what you get. Sorry.
Here you go, Mom. You are my demographic. So I'm so happy to have you in my realm.
Yeah, no. Maddie, it's fantastic to see you and meet you and have you on the platform. For the people who haven't met you, how long have you been in the entertainment industry?
I've been in the entertainment industry for 5 years. That's when I started doing stand-up 5 years ago. And then I got on Wild 'N Out like 2 years ago now. Okay. I don't count quarantine in my life, though, because everything that happens during quarantine, we don't count. So I got on the show a year ago.
Right. This is a little time hop. We're going through it.
Time hop. I turned 29 this past October, but I just turned 28 again because I'm not letting COVID.
Congratulations.
Time out of my life.
You did it.
Yeah.
Stand up, not to make you and Jacob have the same story, but I want to just plug in there. Stand up is such a different world of entertainment, because it's one thing to be funny spontaneously in the moment. Yeah, is an entirely different thing to be funny written, to become prepared and say, hey, I've got some things I'm going to say that are going to be funny. Do you consider yourself to be someone who's naturally funny in your day-to-day?
I think I'm pretty naturally funny. I would argue that I'm more naturally funny than writing funny. I think Jacob's very good at writing jokes. Some of the jokes I write, I'm like, wow, that was really stupid. There's stuff I say on stage that's like, so I was fucking my boyfriend. And it's like, you wrote that? you know? So
Yeah.
I do think I'm naturally funny, but the writing part is really hard. I think like doing improv and stuff is easier.
I just, so like I just said, I joked, but it's actually true. My mom, my grandma, people watch this show. Do people that tune in or make sure that they come and catch your content? How do you feel about that?
Yes, people tune in. I think that since I've been on the show, I have heightened the Caucasian viewers of the show. I'm just going to throw that out there. It used to be 2% and now it's 3%. So I just want to I want to brag about that. People will be like, I didn't start watching until you got on it, and it's actually pretty funny. No, yeah, obviously, it's been
Wow.
on for years.
Yeah.
So people will watch. It's kind of embarrassing when people watch your stuff, you know.
Well, I think the context is important. Obviously, when I look at you, the first thing I think of is battle rapper, clearly. And how did you manage to acquire that skill?
I got on Wildin' Out, and then I was forced to rap. Before Wildin' Out, I have no rhythm. I cannot even catch a beat. It could be the slowest song. I cannot catch a beat. But once I got on Wildin' Out, they were like, you have to rap. And so I just did it. I have very basic raps. I write the punchline first, and then I write the rap that goes with it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So are you much of a freestyler? Are you an off-the-cuff person, or it all has to be written?
With rap, I've tried doing off the cuff. I did a live on somewhere else, and I tried to do a rap, and people were like, dude, you suck. And I was like, okay, I should maybe I shouldn't, maybe I should practice more. It's hard. I don't know if you know like Charlie Clips on the show. He's like the best battle rapper, and he'll go on and on and on. Justina's really good too. But I'm like, I have to think about it. I'm getting better, but I'll be someone who's like, hey, I'm in your home. Now throw me a bone. And I'm all alone.
Yeah, it's hot. It's good fire. It's good fire.
Very basic.
So you're telling me that all of these people that aren't funny and can't rap are just halfway there of being on Wild 'N Out. We just have to learn to be funny. We don't even need to know how to rap.
I would argue funny first, in my humble opinion.
Funny first.
There's a lot. I don't think Eminem would be good on Wild 'N Out because he is a good rapper. Is he funny? I don't know. What do you think?
I'm scared to say that he's not funny.
I probably should not have just said that because he's going to write a diss track about me.
Yeah, or you might end up in his trunk somewhere. I've heard a time or two. That's his thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
When it comes to being funny and doing comedy, I feel like the prep work obviously is part of it, but the whole spontaneity of it is something that's entirely fun too. In the world of stand-up, I'm so enchanted with the whole idea. Enchanted, gross. I'm so in love with this idea of heckling and the whole art of handling hecklers. Yeah. Have you experienced your fair share of hecklers?
Every freaking night. I mean, not during the pandemic, but packed shows. You know who's the worst heckler? No one will be surprised by this. Drunk white women. And they heckle in the worst way. They drink wine and then they'll support you. They'll overly be like, Queen, yes, wait. And you'll say a joke and then they'll say, can I say something? They'll raise their hand and they'll say, can I say, you're so funny. Like they'll interrupt in that way. And it makes me more angry than if a man was just like, I hate you. Like it makes me more angry because they think they're helping.
They in real time support you to the point where it derails the show.
To the point where I'm like, I hate women now. Like, I am not a feminist. Like, you guys suck. And then after the show, they're like, you were so good. And I have to keep my cool. Yeah. I think with hecklers, the best thing to do is either ignore because they'll like lose their steam pretty quickly, or just like roast them and shut them down, especially if it's like a man who's just being mean for no reason.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, almost thinking with the over compliments, like, do you actually think I'm funny? Are you trying to imply that I might not be funny?
I'm always so suspicious because I've been a drunk girl in a bathroom with other drunk girls and the compliments are through the roof. Once women drink alcohol, they're complimenting the ugliest people in the world. They're like, you are so cute. And it's like, I know it's not true. So that's why it's like, just get them out. They need to go to bed. They need to charge up for the evening.
Yeah. Any specific instance come to mind that this has happened or anything at all? It's happened during a live performance. You're like, that really just happened.
One time I always do crowd work. I always like to make fun of people in the crowd.
Mhm.
One time I made fun of a guy, and I live in New York, and I think he was like a Midwest kind of conservative guy, so he did not like that. So during my set, he made a obvious trip to the bathroom. Like, I can't even take this girl. I'm going to the bathroom. On his way out to the bathroom, he fell. He literally fell straight to the floor.
Oh no!
And when he came
Oh, yeah.
back, I had to be like, there he is again. And like, he sat like straight faced the
Mhm.
entire time after he came back. And then everyone's laughing, I'm crushing. And then the host was like, how you seem like you're not having fun? And he was like, she just wasn't funny. And I'm like, dude, you're just mad that I made fun of you. Get
Yeah.
over yourself.
Well, I'm afraid to go to comedy shows because I don't want to be targeted. I like to sit from the safety of my couch or my chair, watch my YouTube clip, and laugh.
Totally.
We're good to go.
I
Um,
agree.
what if you hadn't gone down the entertainment route? Was there a different world that you had planned to explore career-wise, or was it always dead set on the entertainment industry?
When I was this might be kind of boring. My first job out of college, I sold like fruits and vegetables, and I worked at a nonprofit, like worked in like upstate New York in Rochester. I helped people get fruits and vegetables where they couldn't afford them and stuff like that. So I really wanted to go in like the healthy food route, like public health. And then I got a job in New York City, and I was like, bye. I'm not very ethical because that's obvious how tied I was to the mission. I was like, yeah, I'm going to New York. Bye.
You're like, I could give people corn the rest of my life, or I could be corny.
Hey,
Ah,
oh,
oh, give me a gig. All right, we're good. No, I just think it's so interesting the backstory of we see the final result being on stage or having a podcast, which we
Yeah.
haven't gotten to yet. But there's an entire path that takes you there. What do you think along your journey has been something that you've either taken away as a positive takeaway or learned that you feel that if people heard or understood it, it would relate to them and help encourage their journey?
I think my first advice is don't start stand-up comedy. Okay? It's a grind, and who knew a pandemic would come and just totally destroy my industry. However, I will say, if you want to do any sort of art, you just have to be consistent. I feel like people get discouraged. They do one thing and they're like, I did badly. I'll never do it again. You know what? Dave Chappelle was consistent. Was he the best when he started? Probably not, but he kept doing it. And that's how it is with anything. If you want to be like a YouTuber, all you have to do is make videos every day, and you can't like put too much weight on one thing. That's how I feel. Putting weight on one thing versus just everything you do, game changer.
I'm sure you've seen all of the live streamers, and there is no disputing that every single one of them who's popular on here absolutely deserves it, right? No,
Yeah.
it's very true. Consistency is half the battle.
Yeah.
So instead of wishing or saying that someone else may not or should not be in the place that they're in,
Yeah.
just look for it yourself. And that
So true.
consistency is the key to it. You
Yeah.
stay busy though. Speaking of the podcast, you stay super busy. What is this podcast that we're talking about?
I do have a podcast. Thank you for I feel like I'm on a late night show. This is so exciting with more viewers than a late night show. Isn't that great?
There's a couple people.
I do have a podcast. It's called That Time of the Week with Maddie Smith, a little play on women's issues. And we do it every week. Obviously, it's on all the podcast apps. We kind of just talk current events, but it's mostly me and my friends just roasting each other and calling each other ugly for an hour in a playful way.
Yeah.
And it's really fun. I started it like a month ago, and it's popping off. So if you guys don't join the train, you're going to miss it. But you won't, because podcasting is always there. So there's nothing to miss.
Is this the ladies club then? So for the gentle fellows out there who want to tune in, this is not for them?
It is for them, because I've had dudes message me and be like, oh, I've never heard women talk like that. I'm really enjoying this. I actually have had dudes like message me more about it than women. Women are like, oh, I listen to it at work. Guys are like, I'm learning so much about women when you guys talk to each other. Because no guys get to hear like women just like talking and like making fun of dudes and in a playful way,
Yeah.
and each other and stuff. So I've
It's,
heard men like it.
it's like you said, it's that trip to the restroom where you always wonder what's being talked about,
Thank
and
you.
this is
Yes.
the inside scoop. You're delivering a service. to the
I'm
people.
delivering a service. I can help men improve through my product.
Do you think you have a little secret dating coach in you?
I think so. I think my dating advice is similar to my career advice. Consistency, baby. That's it. And don't get down by one person. Do you know how much time I've wasted on men who have ghosted me when I look back and see, oh, wow, they are ugly as hell,
Oh, maybe. Consistency is key. So if she doesn't respond on the first message, just keep sending her messages. And
Oh. I was thinking if she doesn't respond, move on, because there's a million women. But if you keep sending messages, you'll either get a response or get blocked. So
oh, okay. Well, you'll get your answer. There you
either
go.
way, yeah. If you get blocked, you don't have to message anymore.
You heard it here. You heard it here. Hey, look at that gentle guy in here. So going forward, you're doing this project. Side note too, what's the Flat Bottom Girls? Is this another podcast that you do?
Yeah, that's another low key podcast and I am a flat bottom girl. Just let you guys know. I don't know if I'm supposed to respond to comments. Just let you guys know, this is my first live stream, and someone said if she doesn't respond, I'm coming to her workplace. Well, plot twist, my workplace is my home, so you can't come here. Anyway, yeah, I have another podcast. It's called Flat Bottom Girls, and we just talk about our butts pretty much the whole time and how bad they are.
You rank them? Is there there's like a descending ascending order?
Yeah, the descending order is mine and then hers, and that's it. And then we just make fun of ourselves, and yeah, there's really no structure to that one. That time of the week is very structured, and Flat Bottom Girls is just no structure.
I like it.
One low-key one.
Pet projects.
Yeah.
Yes, that's good. Anything else that you've been working on? Anything that you're looking forward to or hoping to start doing in the future?
I'm looking forward to society coming back. However, if or when that happens, I'm looking forward to being on Meet Me. I'm looking forward to being a live person. I'm actually looking forward to, I don't know, just doing more online digital content. Only recently did I start focusing on like making videos and stuff, and I was like, oh wow, you can just like do your jokes to a video. And so I think that's what it is, just kind of like growing the fan base through that and then having people come out to shows.
We didn't even rehearse that moment. Wow, you're looking forward to being a live streamer. That is just so convenient because I happen to know a place that's good for it.
I know I always got to work on my branding and think about the context within which I'm being asked questions. So
Right. Can I spill like a little information? Like,
yes.
So I met you on a meeting with your manager?
Yeah.
Right. And there's nothing more intimidating than meeting someone's manager and them thinking, is this going to be good for my client? I was immediately on the back foot, like, this is a great opportunity.
Well, you crushed it. And you know what? You had your Nikes in the back, and we thought, okay, even before he talks, he's got his Jordans on display, the purple Jordans. I'm in. Don't even tell me.
Okay. Nothing screams professionalism like Nike's in the back, right?
I will say, yeah, Nike's in the back. Anytime you do something, if you go on Shark Tank, just wear the Nikes. They will approve of you immediately. I will say Zoom informalizes stuff a lot. I could be on a meeting with Obama and I'd be like, hey, what's up, dude? Because it's like, you're in your own home. I'm not going to be nervous in my own home.
It's my place.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, well, I'm super happy that you're interested in something like this. Is the concept of doing a live stream, obviously you do TV, but this is in real time where people can react, they can say what they want to say, and you will see it in real time. It's a lot like stand-up. Do you feel that this is still even something that's different, or do you feel that everything you've done thus far just directly applies to it?
It's kind of like it is like stand-up. It's more like you just talking to yourself because the comments are quiet. You can't hear anyone. And so you have to be like, okay, don't look crazy when you because a lot of people go on live and they're like, oh, I feel weird. No one's I can't just talk to myself. But now I'm like, I'll talk to myself all day long. I don't give a shit, you know? So I don't know. I think it's fun. I think that when you go from stand up with the audiences who are hard to control and then you just get comments, you're like, all right, cool.
Mhm.
I am in control.
Yeah, I mean, if you're saying it's not like just talking to yourself and not getting any reaction, it's got to be a whole lot like doing a stand-up show. Oh, I was that was not even deserved. I feel so bold right
No,
now.
I like it. I love a roast environment.
I want to feel like the roast battles are. I'm ready for this, man.
I'm ready. I liked it. Trust me. I'm numb. I'm on Lexapro. I don't care. Throw it at me. You know.
No, you are hilarious. I checked out some of your content. I wasn't even white girl wasted in the crowd. Lonely boy in his chair at home, and it was hilarious. If people want to check out your content, where can they go? Obviously, you have your podcast. What other places are available to check it out?
I'm on all the regular apps. My handle's the same across the board. So Maddie Smith, my name, Maddy.
Mm-hmm.
Easy to find because I have so many followers.
You are popular.
Not really, but
no, you are. Nice.
But yeah, I'm across the board. So yeah,
Cool.
Random stuff.
All right. So Maddie Smith on the Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, the whole deal.
Yeah, more so Instagram and the old TikTok lately. Twitter, there's too much reading. I can't do all that reading. What are you doing? TikTok and Instagram, though, fire.
Perfect. And we can look forward to seeing you here, too, which is exciting.
Yes, and I'll be here.
All right. Well, on that note, if you have not, ladies and gentlemen, click that box there. See Miss Maddie Smith. Hit the favorite button on there. Check out her live stream, see what she's about. She's a Wild 'N Out cast member, stand-up comedian, and runs an awesome podcast or two. Thank you so much for being on the show today, Maddie.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. I'll see you on Meet Me.
Yeah. All right. Hey, I can't say bye. Conceited made fun of me the last time I told him.
Oh.
He said, wow, you said goodbye. And I'm like, goodbye is not even safe? I don't know. You
can't say anything anymore.
No, it's all... Everything is an attack on my masculinity.
It is. Should I exit this box? Is that what happens?
I thought we were having a moment.
Oh, yeah, we're having a moment.
Now it's over. Okay. All right. Cheers. Maddie, everybody, hit the favorite. There we go. Hey, that was our first guest of the night. Welcome to Suited Up. My name's Chris. I'm your host. It's my name behind me. And that was just the first guest today. We've got a whole stacked lineup. Our second person happens to be a boss, okay? He goes by Joe Flo, Justin on the social medias, but there he is, bossy boss right there. But today, he's gonna let us know about some of his experiences as a DJ, the things that he's done on and off of the platform, and why he's making a run at that top badge. And afterwards, we're gonna be joined by Lisette, who is a recent top badge, and we're gonna do I Bet with Lisette. That's a game. It rhymed. I figured out a game that would work just for the sake of rhyming. So please stay for that because that's really important. You gotta enunciate, right? It's fun. Okay, cool. Thanks for joining Suit Up, everybody. Our second guest of the evening, the one, the only, the purple VIP himself, Bossy Boss. Let's go.
What's up, Chris?
Hey, wow. Look at you. Hold on.
Hey, man,
Sharp.
I had to look nice for today, man.
You look great. We even coordinated a little.
I know, right, man? Right, we did this a little bit. Your hair's a little bit. You got a little more volume on your hair, though.
Your physique fills the suit much better than mine. Mine is kind of like a snowman, kind of a lumpy shape, whereas yours the nice nice swift action.
Right, the nice.
Yeah. Quarantine. It's been good to me. All right, Bossy Boss. You're a streamer. How long have you been on the platform?
I've only been streaming for about a month and a half, 2 months.
A month and a half, 2 months, and you've already had the amount of success that you've had.
Yes, sir.
Wow, that's incredible. Well, let's learn a little bit about it. Quarantine has affected us all in different ways. Would you say that that's what initiated all of this for you, or how did you discover the world of live streaming?
I'm on Instagram, and I saw people were going live on Instagram, cooking, making music and stuff like that. So you know, I came across, you know, people were like, oh, go to a streaming platform, you know, and you know, that's where I found Meet Me, and I came on Meet Me, and I started meeting some awesome, amazing people. Hi, Victoria. Hi, guys. And I decided to join, and I met some really awesome people from around the world, you know, and stuff like that. So it's been really amazing.
That's really cool. You have a well-established Instagram following yourself, so give us some context. Have you been in the entertainment industry? Are you manager, performer, business world? What's a little bit of your background?
My background. So I went to culinary school in New York City, so I do cook. So I'm a chef, and I'm a personal trainer as well too. So I do a lot of personal training and nutrition and stuff like that. With like cooking and like working out and stuff like that. And then I got into music, and I thought music was absolutely amazing. And that is where my big influence was. And I've done a couple of photo shoots with a couple of photographers in New York City. So that's where I started like the entertainment industry, and that's where I just went off from.
Wow. Okay. Culinary and music, they both require creativity in some ways. I'm really bad at music. I potentially could end up in a hospital though from my cooking. What is the go-to dish when you go, okay, I've got to show up, I got to let them know what my cooking skills are about? What is the food that you prepare?
Oh, Italian.
Italian.
100% all the way.
All the way. Stuffed cheesy noodles. What's, you know, that's, I mean like the Jersey Shore type, you know, you got to have the chicken Parmesan. You got to have your baked ziti. You got to have your lasagna. You got to fettuccine Alfredo with chicken, you know, and stuff like that, you know. But hey, if you want to whip out some Mexican food, you know, hey, I'll make some empanadas, you know, I'll make some like, if you want me to make sushi, I'll throw some sushi. I'll make some stir fry, whatever. You've got all the bases covered, all the corners there. That's crazy.
I got the whole shebang.
Italian's a specialty, but you're a personal trainer. I feel like that does not work the way it's supposed to. I mean, Italian food's infamous for butter, cheese, heavy cream. Do you find it to be challenging, or are they completely separate? Are you not about the whole nutrition side of things?
It is a challenge because, you know, like you like when you eat Italian, you're just packing in carbs and carbs upon carbs. And you got to run like 4,000 miles on a treadmill. And you're like, oh, damn, I only lost like. That's a challenge, because I get people all the time that talk to me, you go, you eat so much Italian food. How do you stay in shape? You know, it's like, you know, you got to put your mind to it, because if you put your mind to it, you can accomplish anything.
You're doing it, to say the least. And speaking of doing it, so you DJing, that's another whole sphere. So music. Do you play instruments outside of, number one, are you a producer, or are you more of a classically trained scratch artist? How do you define your DJing skills?
All right, so this is actually a pretty interesting story for everybody. I actually only been DJing for 4 months. That's it.
All right.
I actually got my turntables, which are actually right down here, because I might play something for you guys, you know, if Chris allows me to. I actually started DJing actually during my birthday, and I started learning, and I watched YouTube videos on how to scratch, how to do transitions, how to just do everything all around. And I went from not learning how to do stuff to getting transitions down good. And I've seen you DJ, Chris, in NorCal's live, you know, with Chuff. I've been NorCal Blind's DJ battles for 4 seasons now. And I used to play the trumpet when I was little. So that's where my music all started off from.
Just to kind of backpedal real quick on the learning the DJ thing. When I learned to DJ, it demystified so many things that I was impressed with. I thought DJs did so many crazy cool things. And then when I found out what DJs actually do up on stage, if they're not a performance DJ, really wasn't all that great. Were you kind of slapped in the face with the reality of what DJs do when you started to DJ?
I did. I was like, wait a minute. So that means I have to stand up in front of hundreds of people and just play music and get people to start going crazy, start people going jumping, going crazy. I guess this is what I have to do, you
Yeah.
know. And then I started seeing people at Ultra Music Festival DJing in front of like 75,000 people. And I'm like, oh, that's
Yeah.
a DJ.
Well,
everybody created
that's actually what I was hinting at, is a lot of those sets, they're just simply transitioning from one track to the other. And in those really big festivals, many times those are pre-recorded sets or pre-planned sets. So there's not actually anything too wildly crazy going on. It's not like a performance traditionally where you have a guitarist or someone like that that can screw up the note or maybe lose their voice or have a string break. It's completely different with DJing, but I'm happy to hear that. Happy to hear that it's been something that's taken off for you.
No, it's been an amazing journey. You know, I have people come in my life, you know, and all they say is music, DJ for us. I'm like, sure. I'm like, I'll do whatever. You know, I see all the comments. You know, people's are hands in the air, people are fist pumping, and I'm like, that's awesome. You know, it's amazing.
Would you ever consider DJing a wedding?
Oh heck yeah.
You've never DJ'd a wedding, correct?
I've never DJ'd a wedding though, but if someone said, can you DJ my wedding? I'd be like, yes. How many drunk people are going to come and ask me to play the Electric Slide, you know, some booty shaking song and everything like that? I'm like, that's fine.
Yeah. I can tell you, DJing a wedding, it's something that could break you, honestly. It's a totally different animal to do a wedding. It always depends on the bride and groom, but just curious if it's something you'd ever be interested in doing. So coming back to the streaming side of things, you've been doing this for 4 months. Help us understand a little bit of what impact the platform has made on you. Why is this something you feel like it's worth investing so much time into?
Well, I do want to say to everybody that's in your live watching, the world's been hit hard with what we call pandemic and the coronavirus. And when I was sitting home and I was just thinking to myself, I'm like, what should I do with myself? You know, I'm like, what do I want to do? You know, and then I started watching videos of Timmy Trumpet, who's my inspiration, Hardwell, Afrojack, and I started seeing them just DJ in front of a lot of people. And I'm like, Instagram is massive. I'm like, well, I want something different than Instagram. So that's when it came to Mimi. And that's when I started DJing on Mimi, and the attention and the people just came in and was just like, wow, you know, you're good. How long have you been DJing? I'm like 3 months. That's it. People are like, it's like you've been DJing for like years. I'm like, you know, so all my inspiration comes from people on Mimi because I just want to keep going. And I feel like sometimes I push myself harder than what I do. And there are sometimes I screw up because I feel like I push myself too far, you know? So
what I'm hearing is that the Meet Me community or the live community has helped motivate you and push you to want to try. They've helped build your confidence as to what you're doing is something that they like, and that makes you happy because you want to do something that people like to do or like to hear. So, yeah, that's fantastic. That's fantastic.
That's very true.
Yeah. So as we kind of move to the last part of our conversation here,
Sure.
What are some plans that you have for yourself going forward? Besides DJing, obviously DJing is something that's really important to you, but what are some goals, whether it's with your fitness and being a trainer or potentially live? What do you have lined up for yourself?
Definitely. So my goal on here, you know, I want to work my way to the top, you know, because I want to give back to everybody who gives to me. And I feel like, you know, I every single time I go into someone's like new, like a new streamer who has like, like say like 5,000 diamonds, I go in and I drop them, a couple roses, I say like, welcome to meet me, and I feel like, as a top badge, and going in there and really, be like, oh, wow, hi, how are you? You're a top edge, and drop them like a jet, be like, welcome to meet me, So I'm slowly working my way up to that point on Mimi to where I want to get back to everybody on Mimi,
Boss, I gotta tell you, if becoming a top badge means that you start earning jets regularly, sign me back up for that. Because I can tell you where mine still hasn't arrived. So hey, if that happens for you, I promise it's gonna be great. I have no doubt that people will want to drop. But I understand. You want to give back. You want people to feel the love that you've experienced by being here. So that makes total sense.
That's it, and I feel like they want to be appreciated, and I feel like, just having somebody, like with the struggles that, that everybody's gone through, in order to be like, hey, I'm trying to reach my 80K so I can cash out. I'd be like, here's a Phoenix, go cash out. That's the type of inspiration I want to be to people. I
think you just got a couple more favorites. I'm assuming I'm making a wild accusation here. I think you may have just gotten a favorite or two. All right, boss. I really appreciate you coming into the show today and talk a little bit about your live experience. If people would like to see you go live, support you, see you DJ and do all that, because I think we should leave a bit of a stinger so that people have a reason. We've been talking about it. Now let's give them a reason to hit that favorite and come and see you. So when can people come watch you if they want to watch you do your thing?
So I go live every morning between 11 and 2. I go live every day. And then in the evenings, I go live from 7:30 till 9. On the weekends, I go live later, usually till like 11 o'clock or midnight, and I'll just straight up just play music all night.
Awesome. All right.
DJ crazy.
Well, you heard it here, everyone. If you want to support Boss, Mr. Bossy Boss, make sure you hit him with the favorite. Fantastic person, great heart, awesome streamer. For the one time, hit the favorite. Thank you so much for coming on the show today, dude.
You're very welcome. You're so very welcome and everything. But I know you got a show, and Chris, this is up to you. Will people like to hear maybe 2 minutes of some songs? If people would like to.
Are they songs that you produced?
They're like little mashups I made.
Wait, you've made mashups?
Yeah, like I use a Serato DJ, and I actually cut music and I put like a couple songs together.
Oh, it's you, Serato DJ. Yeah, I mean, sure. Let's do like a minute of it. I wanna make sure that we're running on time here.
Yeah,
so
but
yeah,
that's too, man. I know this is your show. I mean, I don't want to.
No, I can tell you're really excited to do it. This is your time here in the box. So I'm not about to dream crush you and your DJ, my friend. Run it up. Do your minute, my dude.
All right, everybody. All right, here you go, everybody.
While he's getting set up, thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. My name's Chris. This is Suited Up. We do this show every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We were joined by Maddie Smith of Wild 'N Out, stand-up comedian, fantastic person, and I really regret the joke that I made because she's so funny. We are right now joined by Bossy Boss, but stay tuned because coming up is Lisette. We're gonna also play a game with her called I Bet with Lisette, and she has no idea what that's gonna be. So stay tuned. Bossy Boss, this is my time. This is your time, man. Not my time. Your time, my dude.
Chris, your time is every day, man.
No, it's your time. You run it. All right, let's hear these mashups. Take it away.
All right, here we go. Ready? Here we go, guys.
All right. All right, Bossy. Bossy Boss, thank you so much for dropping some tunes, man. If you want to catch some more heat like that, make sure that you swing by his stream. Thank you so much for coming on the show today, man.
Thank you, man. Dude, I appreciate you having me, man. And you're the best, man. Thank you so much for having me, dude. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Bossy Boss right there, everybody. Thank you so much. Hey.
Welcome, man.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. My name is Chris. We are now about to box up our third guest of the evening. Now, you may recognize her from recently being on the Rundown as one of our newest top badges. She's absolutely crushing the live stream community as far as goals and milestones. And today, she's coming on Suited Up to let us know all about it. So if you've ever wanted to get to know Lisette, here you are, everybody. Third guest of the night, the one and only Miss New Top Badge herself, Lisette. How's it going?
How are you guys?
Doing well. Oh no, are you gonna hold your phone this whole time?
Wait, hold on, maybe. Okay, good. Because the hustle
You are
never
the
stops.
third.
Hold up.
Wait, are you
I'm over here streaming.
are you on your own live stream right now? The disrespect right now. I feel.
Respect on my
All right,
name. My
Lisette,
fans
thank you
wanna
so
see
much
me
for
too.
joining the show. Cannot even.
Hold on, wait. I got you. All right. Okay, wait. All right, guys.
She's like, hold on, live. I gotta do a thing real quick. Let me hit this speed
They
bump.
can still
real-
see. They can still see.
Let me hit this speed bump real fast. I'll be honest.
All right.
When I was going to start the show, I saw you had posted on Instagram going live in 26 minutes, and I was like, she's gotta be in the show in 40. I was like, did she forget that she got
Oh
booked?
no, I have to see everybody, before I go on. I wanted to make sure, like, I say hi to my peeps before I come on. So, you know,
Great, sis.
stream a little bit.
It's a pleasure to have you on the show. For the people who have not met you, how long have you been a live streamer?
So on February 18th, I'm going to make 3 months on the app. So 2.5 months.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you have crossed how many diamonds?
I have 23.3 diamonds.
Oh, because you're live right now. It's not. You don't even have to look. You can just.
Oh wait, no, 26.
Yeah,
Sorry.
just look at your live stream. It's not
26.1.
Yeah. And
My bad. I was looking at yours.
quite a. She's like, damn, have I
Wait,
dropped
I
any
have more than
diamonds?
you. I knew I had more than you.
She's like, who took all my diamonds? They are broke.
I'm like, wait, who took my diamonds right now? Hold up. Well, no, yeah. So I was like, I know I have more than him.
Yeah. Oh, look at. Shit, you come on. You're throwing shade 2
I'm like,
times
wait,
now.
where
all
did
right?
my ruby go? Wait.
She's
okay.
like, I won't. She's like, I won't even end my own live, and let me let you know how you're a trash earner. Okay, thank you. Well, Lisette, obviously you're great at flattery. Besides that, what have you been doing in your live streams? What type of content would you say? Are you a go live and talk about?
I'm more like a go, like up and go. So I'm like a goofball. So I talk to people. Like, I love to interact with everybody. So I just talk. I can talk a lot.
Sure.
Thank you. So yeah, basically that. Like, everybody knows, like, I do sometimes morning coffees in the morning. Like I said, in the morning. But yeah, so, and then they catch me on at nighttime. I have, like, in between that time, I have to, like, I outside the app, I'm a realtor. So I travel back and forth from East Coast to West Coast. So for people that didn't know that,
Wow.
for my real estate, because I do investments as well. So I'm busy with that as well.
Yeah, and you find time to be alive.
I try to manage streaming the best that I can, and show everybody, like, my everyday life and stuff. So I talk about that. But yeah.
What got you into the position where you said, live streaming is something that I think I kind of want to commit to? Because with such a busy day-to-day, investing, doing real estate, fighting off guys, how did you find time to figure out, hey, I want to go and do this live stream each day?
I didn't.
No?
I didn't. I didn't. I didn't know. I didn't know that this was going to happen. At first I downloaded. We can talk about POF, right?
Of course.
Okay.
They're
Yeah, so
partners.
I
We
downloaded-
love
I
Plenty of
downloaded-
Fish.
I downloaded POF. At first it was because I wanted to kind of like all I was doing is just like a work. I was having family, situations going on. So I wanted to take my mind off of that. I wanted to like actually start dating. Don't ask me why POF. I was like, let me just do it. Someone told me about it. I was like, just download it. Literally the first day that I downloaded POF, I saw something on the streaming side and it said, meet me. So I'm like, who are all these people like, streaming and they're sending each other stuff. And I'm like, okay, this looks cool. So it started off to be that way. And then I didn't start streaming after that. Then I came to find Giova. And then he was like, you will be a great streamer. You got this. I met Nick Styles without streaming. And then they were like, you'll be a great streamer. You're like, you're beautiful, unless you're not catfish. But then I got into their boxes. So they knew that I wasn't catfish. They're like, oh my God, you're actually real. So then after that, I think back, in November, that's when I was like, okay, you know what? I went out to dinner. I had a little wine and stuff. I was feeling myself, and I'm like, okay, let me just go live. And then, boom, completely first stream. I kind of just hit some major views and stuff. So I was like, okay, you know what? I didn't think that I was going to do this.
You went through the motions. You got there, but all I heard was, Chris, I joined Plenty of Fish because I was ready to date. Now this we gotta hear. This we got to hear about, okay? Lisette. Lisette.
Okay.
Hang on. Let's just kind of like put this all in the context.
All right. What are you gonna ask me? Am I single? Am I dating?
No, I mean we can get to that, but people want to know about some of the juice, right? We got to get the tea a little bit. See, okay, look, they're stirring the cup right now. They want to know. They want to know. All right. What had the dating pool been like for Lisette before all of this?
I mean, I'm not a player. I just crush a lot. You know what I mean? I'm not even. No. Okay, no. Chill. Okay, so I'm not. No. Guys, stop.
You're the only one not chill. Go ahead. You dug this grave. Go ahead.
No. Okay, so you're talking about prior to streaming?
Yeah, prior to streaming. What were you dating a lot? Were you in a long-term relationship? We don't need the gory details, but had you been in a long-term relationship, or was it that you were crushing?
So I was in a long-term relationship for 5 years. And then so then after that, I've been single for almost 5 years. But have I dated? Yes, I have dated. But in that time, I felt like I needed to just work on myself and work on my goals and things that I wanted to accomplish. So yeah, I was just like, I didn't believe anybody. My guard was completely up. I got to the point where it's like, okay, you're boring. I don't want you no more. And I used to just go into the next one. Basically because they wouldn't meet a certain standard or expectations that I require in a boyfriend. So
give us the resume of an applicant. Let's say. I mean, hold on. So you're like, yeah, lame.
He gotta have a bag. He gotta have a good bag. He gotta be successful. He gotta be smart. He has to want to, have goals. He needs to like be, fit. Like I feel like I want someone to be healthy. I want someone who, even if he's not where he wants to be, like I want someone who has like, who's career oriented, like who's like, okay, you know what? I'm not there yet, but these are the steps that I'm taking to get to where I want to be. I want, someone said I got food stamps. Oh my God, I'm dead.
All right. So you the first, but I mean, there's a lot that I could read into with this.
But also you have to understand, basically, not a lot of men want to date someone like me because I feel like they feel intimidated.
I think your DMs say a whole lot different.
I'm not well, I'm glad that you don't think I'm intimidating.
Well, I mean, I can pretend that you're not. This is my show, Lisette. But when I said, what's the resume gotta have, the first thing you said was, he gotta have the bag.
Okay, but what do you mean? Like, okay, you're asking me what else?
Well, she said, what else is there but the bag, Chris? He's gotta...
I just said, okay, aside from having like his shit together, like, yeah, like I want someone that
And then he's gotta be
makes me
handsome,
laugh.
like not, lethargic and get up to get the mail at least or whatever.
That can throw out the garbage, like is a little bit handy, or like if he's not handy, like at least have enough money to call the handyman to come and fix stuff up in the house, because
Okay.
I'm not doing it.
That's fine.
But
All right. Here's a real question. Do you feel like you're ready now? Because you said you had to grow. Do you feel like if Mr. Right came around that you would be ready for him?
no,
No.
I'm not.
What's
I'm
going
not
on?
ready. I'm not ready
Why?
for like. Hey, I guess if the right guy comes along and tells me,
Hey, I got this big a bag.
hey, I got this, and that, and baby, we ready when we leaving, you know? No, okay, no, but my thing is like, okay, I'm not ready because like I feel like okay, so I tried dating someone recently and I felt like it was getting too close and I kind of snapped back. Like I was like, I can't do this. I can't do this.
I was dating
back up.
someone and we were getting too close.
Like we were getting too committed. Like it was getting too.
We were dating and we were too committed. Okay, so maybe I just don't.
That's what I'm like. Okay, you know what? I don't think I'm ready because if I was, I wouldn't have pushed him away. I feel like it was getting serious too soon, and I kind of needed to have my own time, like my own. Like I told you, I had recent things in my life happen with my family, so I was just like, you know what? I don't think like I can give someone all of me when I haven't healed from things that have occurred.
Absolutely.
So I think that's what it is. And also, like a lot of people went through like hardships with like COVID and work and things like that. So myself, like I had to do that. I had to kind of like, go through my whole work process differently and go about it. So that to me, I've been working like a maniac. Like I've been working since I was like maybe like 15. Actually, my mom told me that I used to hustle kids at school when I was like in like first grade or second grade. I'm like, Mom, how'd I do that?
No doubt.
Like, she's like, you used to grab like the pencils, the box pencils, and you used to sell them for more.
Only-
and come back,
only talk to boys with the lunch
I'm
bag.
like, that's how I know I was born to do this.
Only the lunch bag. Gotta be Capri
You
Sun.
gotta have the
Great
bag.
value brand boys. Sorry.
If no one has the bag, you gotta, as a woman, you gotta have your own bag. That's what I say. So
Sure. That's fine.
period.
No, I'm sure everyone here, whether you know what, I can at least say this. With you, what you get is what you see with what you want, right? Like you're at least
What
not
you get
gonna
is what
hide
you
it.
see.
You're not gonna hide it.
No, I'm pretty open and pretty blunt about what I want. So
So pending that a guy is willing to go into life-changing debt for you, what is the other? You know what? Well, I'll stop.
if he's
I'll
gonna
stop.
go to debt, then he must not have it together. Then
I don't know. A lot of people can front with nice things, but doesn't mean they got it.
that's very true. And I've dated guys like that, and that's why I'm like, I see through the BS right away.
Yeah, but don't you think by leading with having those expectations of wanting a person like that, it would drive a person to pretend so that they could have you like them for the person that they are versus potentially what they can provide monetarily?
But this is what I feel like, if I work so hard for what I have and I maintain myself, I like nice things in life. I love luxury. I love my lifestyle.
Sure.
So why would I settle for someone that can't give me that if I've done it and worked my ass off to do that? Like So to me, it's like, no, I'm not just looking for someone to have the bag, but I want someone to have the goals to want to get to where he wants to be and not depend on anybody. Like the same way that I haven't depended on anybody to give me or get me where I want to be. So I feel like I'm entitled to have those kind of requirements in dating. I feel like I'm not gonna date nobody from the app. I'm like, damn, they don't want me no more.
I mean,
Sorry.
somebody's gonna try. I promise you that. All right, I've been giving you a really tough time about it. Thank you for being a good sport. I had a game ready to go, but the conversation was just too good, so I kind of threw it aside. I called it I Bet with Lisette. So have you ever played Would You Rather?
I mean, no. Yeah.
Great.
We can play.
You're about to, because I'm gonna bet what it is that you're gonna pick. I'm gonna give you two options. Okay. I'm gonna bet. What am I betting? Absolutely nothing, which probably doesn't interest you anymore because
oh my God.
about the bag. All right, so let's go ahead and pick between the two things. All right, you ready? Here we go. Would you rather, and I bet here, be in jail for 5 years or a coma for 10? Now, I bet, let me write it down on my paper. I'm not going to give it away, but I bet I know what you're going to pick.
You said be in jail for 5 years or be in a coma for 10
For
years?
10. Yeah.
Oh, for 10 years. I mean, but like, I'll get back up, right? Like, I mean, at this age or like.
Yeah, you're gonna wake back up. It's
No,
gonna be
I'd rather go to jail.
Damn, I said coma. Coma. Because jail's rough and dirty and you wouldn't be able to,
Like I told you, just don't let the looks fool you. I'm pretty classy, but a little ratchet too. So I'm just saying.
All right. I bet between these two, would you rather lose your sight or lose your memories?
I'd rather lose my memory.
Oh, I said the
I'd rather lose
sight.
my memory. You know what? Because like, I mean, I wouldn't mind, but I'd rather see what goes on than like remember like, certain things, whatever. Like I don't mind, but I'd rather see. I'd rather see the beautiful.
You know what? That was an obvious choice because without your sight, how can you appreciate all the Louis and Gucci on your shelves? That just makes total sense.
She's really getting at me for this.
Let's go ahead and throw one.
Let's throw one last. Yes, Victoria says she's a lurker. I'm like, yes, I'm a lurker.
Before she agreed to do this, she goes, Chris, before I say yes, I need to know what's the show going to be about. I go, don't worry, it's all surface level. It's a good time.
I really did. He sends me a message and I'm like, okay, before I say yes, what are the questions you're going to ask?
I'm like, it's all surface level.
He's like, I can't tell you that.
No one's gonna have a bad time. All right, okay. Ooh, how ironic that this is the last one. All right, are you ready?
No.
Would you rather find true love today? Like, this is not having to work for Mr. Right. Like, this is Mr. Right.
Okay.
Would you rather have true love?
Would Mr. Right have all the qualities I want in a man?
He's Mr. Right.
Okay, so go keep going then.
Okay. He's Mr. Right. Would you rather find Mr. Right today, true love, or win the lottery tomorrow?
I'd rather have Mr. Right because he's gonna have the bag. So why would I care about the lottery?
All right, roll my eyes.
Because you literally said he was gonna have the whole package. So yeah, I'd rather have Mr.
That's
Right.
cheat codes. That's cheat codes. Lisette, if people want to see you one more time, when do you go live?
I'm live now.
God, get out of this box. Give her the favor. Go to her live stream. The show's done. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
You guys can come to my stream now.
Get out of this box. All right. Hey, everyone. My name's Chris. Welcome to Suited Up. This is a show we do every Wednesday. What day is it? I don't know. Every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Huge shout out and thank you to our 3 guests today. We had Maddie Smith, Bossy Boss, and the Heart of Gold and philanthropist Lisette. Make sure that you favorite all three of them. Fantastic individuals. Big shout out to all of you